computer. And now Ed knows what to do. It is the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour, you guys. Yay. Woo, we made it to the end of the week. It's Friday, 5 p.m. It's time to be happy. We could try to smile, can't we? I know it's difficult, but let's try. Hey, but we do have a lot to celebrate, obviously. So it is great to be here. We have some great guests tonight. We got lots of fun sketches and skits and improv and all kinds of things that we're gonna do here this evening. If you're watching live, we got some people watching live. You know, you are free to comment while we are doing our comedy and talking, and we will try to respond. That's the point of the show. It's a talk show. It's like in the spirit of late night television, except on zero budget and by complete amateurs. So yeah, that's what this is. This is a talk show. And we start off our talk show every week with news of the world. And so that is what I'm going to start with right now. All right, you guys, let's go with my, bring up my news. Here we go. All right. Top story of the night is the world's oldest known artwork was discovered recently in a cave in Indonesia. This is it right here. It's an image of a pig from 45,000 years ago. That's right, 45,000, which proves that as long as we've been writing restaurant reviews. That's what this proves. You can only imagine what these cavemen were trying to say. Me like pig, hard to catch and smelly, but tastes good. That's my very best caveman impression. And let's see here. I just remembered I forgot to spotlight myself, so let's not do that mistake again. All right, in other prehistoric news, this amazing lump of volcanic rock was discovered in Brazil, which, as you can see, looks exactly like Cookie Monster, the Cookie Monster rock, right?
Yeah.
Now, what this means actually is that Sesame Street is as old, possibly, as cavemen. Which actually makes sense when you hear the original lyrics of the song for the show, which went something like this. Can you tell me how to get to Pleistocene Street? Thank you, Ed. The Pleistocene era. I had to look that up, you guys. I didn't know exactly what that period of the epoch of history was called, but good thing I did.
Yeah.
A 19-year-old Atlanta area teen was arrested Thursday by Gwinnett County Police and has been accused of stealing nearly $1 million from the Kroger grocery store where he works. Now, it's a lot of money. Police are still trying to figure out how he did it, but they're saying it must have involved the produce section. Because that's a lot of green. Hey, two for one. Two tags for one. 2 points. Scientists, they're saying, you guys, we're going to have a shortfall in babies this year, calling it COVID baby bust. Apparently, that's going to result in 500,000 fewer Americans this year. So that's not so good. But in related news, they have a prediction now for the most common baby name, a boy name for this year. It's going to be Don't. That's going to be the baby name. Don't. Didn't mean to have a baby. Just had a baby.
That name can be gender neutral.
Gender neutral, yeah. Well, I was thinking of I don't know. Is Doe a baby? Dope? Is that a baby name, a boy name, or a girl name? I guess it is gender neutral.
It's gonna be my firstborn name now, no matter what.
By the way, is there a P in dope? When Homer says dope, is that a P in there?
That says D-O-U-G-H.
D-O-U-G-H. Dope. Oh, dope.
Apostrophe.
Fancy, Ezra. Fancy.
Last story of the night here. Pablo Escobar's hippos are taking over the marshlands of Colombia. The so-called cocaine hippos were illegally imported into the country by the notorious drug lord who was shot by authorities in 1993. Now, coincidentally, cocaine hippos is also the new version of Hungry Hungry Hippos. Yes, Milton Bradley's Cocaine Hippos is for adults only. You have to use 8 balls instead of these. And you can only play it in South America where cocaine is legal. So that's the new version of Hungry Hungry Hippos. Cocaine.
That's an expensive game.
And it is also, yeah, it costs, what, I don't know, $1,000 to play, I suppose.
How do you know that, Tommy? How do you know that?
I don't. I had to look, all the stuff I had to look up, Eric. I don't know any of this stuff. I don't know any.
It's not school friendly, that game, for sure, right? Not to play at schools.
Not very good. There you go. So, all right. Well, give it up for me for.
Yay!
All right.
Tommy.
Week after week. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'd like to, at this point, bring on our very first guest of the night. If I could find him on this lovely Zoom. Here he is, Ezra Paco, you guys. Let's add Ezra to our spotlight. Give it up for Ezra. Woo!
Hey.
Ezra.
He's going to play something for us. Man, this guy can do everything.
Woo. Yay!
Ezra.
Oh man, Hungry Hippos. That was just when that came out, like you knew your parents were reaching for the Percogesic was my mom's go-to over-the-counter painkiller. I don't know if they still make Percogesic. I don't know what was in it, but
I don't know what that is. So
it was just like because we no one in our house can take Tylenol, like they're all allergic to it or it doesn't work. But like clack, 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 like that, you were setting yourself up for failure with some Hungry Hippos. I mean, it was loud. It was just, it was like asking everybody what they thought about like, okay, everyone, what's your political stance? Everybody say it all at once. It's like the same thing. It's just noise for like a minute and a half. And
well, you know, of course I was dating myself with that reference, but yeah, I'm glad you remember that game. But Ezra, welcome to the show, man. You know, I referred to you when I introduced you in the show notes. I said, you know, YouTuber, TikToker, and entertainer extraordinaire, and you clearly are. I mean, you've got musical skills, you could tell jokes, you've got your own, you know, video channels and everything. But why don't you tell us, the audience, and we have people watching live, by the way. Tell us a little bit about you, Ezra, like your background, what got you into comedy per se, and yeah, tell us a little more about you.
I was gonna show you my business card because it actually says that, entertainer extraordinaire. I got into comedy. I've always been such a huge fan of it. You hear the kind of thing where comedians say, hey, comedians want to be musicians, musicians want to be comedians. You know, we're living in times of such like an like a cross of both, and throughout time you find out that one does the other. Like Bruce Willis sings, Keanu Reeves plays bass, Jason Momoa plays bass very well, I might add. And then you see some musicians are able to dabble into comedy. Corey Taylor from Slipknot's very funny.
Okay.
I've seen Method Man and Redman, great hip hop duo. They're hilarious. Red and Meth, Hi, their show. There's a lot of crossover. I think it just has to do with being able to kind of respect each other's art forms as what they are. I got into comedy. I was in bands. I was in bands for years from high school, and I was a DJ. I DJ'd at events, and I always dabbled in music. And one thing my dad raised me, he always said, you know, if you're an entertainer, if people make time to come see you, make their time worth it. Be entertaining, you know, don't suck. Like, you know, they could go anywhere for their entertainment. Right. So make it worth their time. And I always tried to, and I would, all those positions between DJing and playing in bands, you have a mic, and you're not constantly hammering out music. I mean, I had to host games at school. We had like these little games like balloon shaving, like egg tossing, little random things we do for student government. And I would,
so you've been
I kind of host those.
You've been entertaining people with your DJing and your music for a while, and then I guess so. It sounds like you recently started expanding into
It
comedy.
pretty much crossed over. Yeah, I always wrote down ideas because I got into the YouTubing, and that kind of started kind of cross breeding all of it. As I wanted to create. Pretty much, it was just wanting to create, and then diving into comedy. It was Pete Munoz that really gave me the shot, because he had an open mic, or he wasn't even an open mic. He just let me do 5 minutes here at a show in Santa Maria. And I didn't get booed. So I thought, okay.
I've seen you, Ezra, on many Zoom mics, and it's of course I laugh at what you've got to say. You're very off the cuff. You're more of a, I guess you'd call a crowd working kind of guy. You riff a lot, and your riffs are pretty funny. And like if someone were to ask me like to describe what your kind of comedy, it's very difficult because you just got to see it. And you did send us some clips tonight, so I wanted to play some clips of your comedy so that we could all kind of see what Ezra Paco's comedy is all about. So let me bring up some of your clips here that you sent us. And Ed, I'm going to stop your sharing momentarily here. And if I could figure out how to, there we go, share my sound. And and Ezra. All right, so this is an example of your TikToks right here.
Are you allowed to like point out like things on a woman that they change or not change? Like, I notice everything they do at work. Since I have a wife, I'm allowed to point stuff out. But if I was single, I couldn't. Like, you're like, oh my God, you're a creeper. But like, if I'm like, oh, well, I noticed my wife showed me how to point out things. I'm like, okay, well, that's okay then. You can say anything. Like some lady was work, I was like, are you pregnant? And like, well, she was though, because you could tell she was skinny. And I made a guess because they had like a legion of kids, so I was like, yeah, you're fucking popping them out in like the factory. So yeah, you're pregnant. Like that's not fat. Like you literally just like just fucking baby launchers, just baby flying into the air. And she was skinny too, so it's like a skinny baby launcher. It's like a pistol baby launcher. I think like they just hire a big doctor like to like grab her by her head and just like.
So that was one of your clips. As you could, I don't know if the other comedians on the show. This is how Ezra performs. It's usually in his bedroom or in one of the closets or something like that, and there's usually like a wide array of just random chaos in the background. And also you're unique in that you have guests on your comedy. Like there's your wife or your best friend or whoever. So it's like, but it's organized chaos, right? Ezra, there's a plan there, right?
Yeah, they've been super, super, super supportive. Like they've got a lot of faith in me. They're just the fact they're willing to put up with it and watch the chaos ensue and be part of it. It's a package deal. I'd be nothing without them. I'd be nothing without any of the support of anybody. Without the Zooms have been great. Mel's room, Mel and Moon's room, like what you're doing, all these things have just been, they've been just, I can't, besides being entertaining, they're super therapeutic. I mean, I don't think people realize how important it is to have these, it makes you feel like this is like the bowling team. This is like your bowling league. You're like, I gotta get out and bowl with the guys. Like, I don't care. I've been working hard all week. Like, I gotta have my bowling night. You don't even appreciate it until it's taken from you, and you're like, damn, like this has been so great.
Whenever I show up at Pete Munoz's mic, and then I see you there, and then it's like we all kind of have a camaraderie, and then Ezra, you're kind of like the guy who's sort of like you're the class clown of clowns. Like when we have you're the clown amongst all us clowns. So it's like you kind of have a revered position. Ezra, before we wrap up your interview, and by the way, don't go anywhere because you're going to be a part of the show later on with the quizzes. But I wanted to give you a chance to promote anything that you want to promote, whether it be your channel or just have a few 30 seconds, 40 seconds to just tell us how people can find you, what you want to promote, etc.
I like to promote birth control.
Okay.
I keep noticing, I keep writing things about like having where I live, people just have kids like crazy, but I'll leave that for my bits.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real cheap here, and so that bit you just showed, it was the music in the background. In this era of YouTube ready to flag you for your music,
Yeah.
I have a catalog of all my own music, from like hip hop to EDM to like rock music, and it's all my own music on on my YouTube. If you just do Ezra Paco comedy, if you type that right into the search bar, every bit that I record that I do from the Zooms with the Mel and Moon or Pete's, the little theme song in the beginning, that's the intro song I did on one of my I did an album. I had to go to court for my son 10 years ago, and I wrote a 5-song EP, and the first song is an instrumental. If you're a fan of Jimi Hendrix Band of Gypsies, I tried to emulate one of the songs, Power of Soul. Like, it's one of my favorite songs ever. It's got a really cool groovy bass line, and everything just melts together in the song well. I was like, I want to do like my own version of it. And so it's got guitar. I record it all. Like I do all my own stuff.
Well, Ezra, what we'll do is we'll, in addition to promoting birth control, as you mentioned, we will put your YouTube channel on our page so people can check out all your music. And by the way, for other comedians that are listening, we're always talking about how we need open source music or copyright free or royalty free music.
Let me know. It's on SoundCloud too.
Or maybe someone can Venmo you some, money, and then you could, for a fee, you can make a video, a sound. In fact, maybe at the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour, maybe we should order an intro music for you or something. So.
Oh yeah, I got you. I won't even charge you. I'll just no, yours is a paid for. You get a free intro. I'm
get a free intro.
All
right. Well, guys,
give something together for you. You heard it here.
Ezra Paco for coming on the show. We always appreciate that. And Ezra, thank you so much. And I'm gonna unspotlight you here for a moment, and I'm gonna re-spotlight if I could figure this out. We got Ed coming up here, and it's improv time, you guys. If I could find our other improv. So we do this Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. We do all kinds of comedy here, and we also have a couple of guys on the team that are improvers, and we're gonna try again. We're gonna try tonight to do a little.
Way to put me on the spot, Tommy. I had no idea we were doing this.
Yeah, no idea.
That's improv.
This is how improv
You're right,
works.
yeah.
I don't know how it's gonna be.
Wait, what are we doing?
until
Are we
it
doing?
Let's do
We're
the
gonna do the same
ask
as,
a question thing again. We need more practice on that, right?
All right, so what are
Oh
we gonna
man,
do? You're gonna do a location tonight, or what are we gonna try? Location, yes?
yeah, I think location. Do you want to explain the game?
All right, thank you very much for that prompt. Yes. So what we're doing, you guys, is it's an improv game where we will randomly pick a location, and our two improvers will pretend that they're at that location, and they will challenge each other by asking each other questions. So that's the challenge, is to imagine they're at the place and keep asking each other questions until someone fails and forgets to ask a question. That is the game. And I got my trusty little bell here. When someone loses that round, probably we'll have a couple rounds, but let's just see. Maybe we can get this thing going for several minutes. All right, let's find out what tonight's location is. Our location this evening is a driveway. A driveway. Wow, okay, so that's an interesting concept. All right, take it away.
Oh boy, do you think we can speed over here?
Can you see how fast I'm going already?
Doesn't it look like you're going pretty slow, Ed?
How hard do you want me to hit the garage door?
How hard can you hit the garage door?
Three! Oops, I lost. But it was worth it.
All right. That's improv, you guys. That was pretty good. You guys are getting
Better, yeah.
Let's try another one. Let's see what we can. Let's change the location of this improv scene. Let's try some other location. Let's see what we got here. A balcony, another home-based location. Take it away, Improvers, the balcony.
Think you can beat me to the ground?
Are you asking me if I want to jump down with you, Ed?
Doesn't it seem like that's what I'm asking you?
Did I ask for us to enjoy this moment this evening?
Don't you think I figured that out?
Do I really know what's on your mind, Ed?
Are you worried I'm going to cheat and jump ahead of you?
Have you been cheating on me?
Can you define cheating?
Did you really just ask me that?
Do your ears work?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Do your ears work?
Didn't you realize that was a rhetorical question, Ed?
Does it look like I know what a rhetorical question is?
Well, I guess not.
And I win.
Good job, Improvers. All right.
Got a lot farther that time.
All right, you guys are really getting really good at this. So we're gonna. So guys, give it up to our improv team for as usual coming on and showing us different types of comedy. And now it is time to bring on our next guest. And if I can, let's see here, remove that spotlight. And let me see if I can remove this spotlight, replace spotlight. And let us find Avi, you're next. So let me find you and put you on the spotlight, add spotlight. And I don't know how that happened, but okay. Guys, Avi Naiman's here. Give it up for Avi Naiman coming on the show. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Naiman is correct.
Naiman, all right. That's good. Well, welcome to the show. Avi, I have to say I don't know much about your comedy career, except I did gather that you have some experience and you were in New York and you've had some opportunities around New York. But why don't you tell us about you, your background, and what got you into comedy?
Well, I've been a lifelong educator, professor, high school teacher, run a tutoring business, and public speaker for decades. And I've always tried to infuse my presentations and my teaching with comedy to keep the students awake and have them learn stuff while they don't even realize they're learning. But I semi-retired a couple of years ago, moved from the New York area out to Eugene, Oregon. And I guess it was about 15 months ago when the impeachment hearings were going on. Mm-hmm. I was watching them and then watching the late night TV hosts and saying, I can write funnier stuff than that. So I started doing that, and I started, sharing it with some friends, and had an opportunity to do a holiday show a year ago where I did a PowerPoint presentation for 25 minutes, and it had politics and all sorts of other stuff fit in it. But at the same time, I said, you know what, maybe I'll start learning about stand-up comedy. Mm-hmm. So I started doing sort of more traditional stand-up comedy without the visual support, and went to New York in January, and then again for the first 2 weeks of March, and had 8 places that I was performing in Manhattan at the beginning of March. And on March 14th, I did a show at the Broadway Comedy Club, which earned me a residency there to work on my comedy for a month. And 2 days later, everything shut down. So I was back in Eugene, and then the world got hit by Zoom. So nice. I started taking comedy classes online, and I also started thinking, well, now that we're online in Zoom, well, I can go back to doing kind of PowerPoint, sort of the Saturday Night Live and update type stuff that you're doing, Tom. I'm delighted to see. And I started doing that kind of comedy show and created something called the Corona News Network. Yes. Which is my version of CNN. Right. I start my show with we interrupt this broadcast for special news, update from CNN, and then up comes Corona News Network.
Right. Cool. Actually, yeah, and that's perfect segue. You did send us some clips.
Yeah,
of doing that. And so, do you want to tell us anything particular about this clip, or do you want me to just play it?
Yeah, so this clip is part of a piece that I call All Hallows Election Eve. I did it the weekend before Halloween and the election day. So all of the topical stuff really relates to that. So put yourself in that mind. It's a little outdated now, but why don't you show that and then we can.
Sure. Well, let's bring that up. So here, let's find your clip here. So this is Avi's All Hallows Elections Eve. I think I've got it at the right spot in his fledgling CNN. This is the CNN of the pandemic, Corona News Network. I like the name, by the way, very clever. So let's just play your clip.
Popular Halloween costume this year is Karen. The scary part is when she speaks. Another popular costume is Harley Quinn, along with her boyfriend, the Joker. President Trump is very fond of Halloween because it showcases his two favorite activities, trick and tweet. Trump is the perfect accessory for Halloween. He's orange on the outside, worthless on the inside, and needs to be thrown out in November.
Awesome.
Bright night characters can teach us a lesson in civic duty. Every count votes. At a rally in Georgia, Trump said that if he loses, he'll have to leave the country. Biden offered to provide transportation. On a personal note, my family's mail-in ballots finally arrived. And for the very first time, my dad voted Democrat. Everyone's surprised because he never would have voted Democrat while he was alive.
Oh.
Urging you to get out and vote. I'm Avi Naiman, reporting for the Corona News Network. We now return to your regularly scheduled programming.
Nice, very good.
Hey,
That's great.
Hey, that was good.
Now, how often? How? What's the frequency of your? I mean, how often do you put this out?
Well, it's really how often I get on a show. So I've been on about a dozen shows, and whatever's the current material that I have is what I use for that show. So each show might be a different mix depending on whether stuff is still current. And you know, Zoom open mics are a place to practice, but it's the shows that I really work for. I've put out 3 different sets on YouTube. Let me skip over this for now. If you go to YouTube and search for Avi Naiman Comedy, that piece came out of one called All Hallows Election Eve. 2 days ago, I posted a new 13-minute segment from the past couple months, which is a combination of a variety of shows about the pandemic, about lame duck, about 2020, etc. Right. So, but then also you'll find there's some of my more traditional stand-up that I was doing before the pandemic hit.
It's great. Well, yeah, I mean, I you know, as you pointed out, that's exactly what I'm doing here. I think, you know, you and I obviously saw the same market opportunity here, I guess you could say, with since everybody's doing it on Zoom, might as well do audio visual. And so I just decided to do it as a live show, but you know, as my own thing, but certainly what you're doing is great as well. And I really do, I think it's great.
I do these as live shows, and then I tape them, record them, and then publish them on YouTube, but I do them as live shows. And I also teach comedians how to do this, which here's, if you look on YouTube and search for my video tutorial, it teaches you how to use Zoom backgrounds to do comedy, but also to do teaching or public speaking. So there's a 40-minute video teaching you everything you need to know, stuff that you already know, but stuff that many comedians don't. If I could just leave you with this new joke I wrote, my latest is on Wednesday, Joe Biden became our 46th president at a swearing-in ceremony. Meanwhile, Trump was leaving town on Air Force One, conducting a swearing-at ceremony.
On that note, guys, give it up for Avi
Avi.
coming on the show. That was great. Avi, we'll post your YouTube channel to our page so people can see it if they want to subscribe.
Thanks.
And I really do appreciate you coming on the show. So don't go anywhere because you're part of the quiz show at the end. And now it's that special time when we pay tribute to the companies that pay to have the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour broadcast over the worldwide. Yes, we have sponsors. It's Eric Newton with those sponsors, you guys. Every week comes up with these sponsors. So, Eric, I understand you've got some pretty cool sponsors this week. Well, tell us about them.
Oh yeah, man! Like every week, I'm super excited. This one's really special though. This sponsor has a special place in my heart. I'm always trying to maximize my shopping food power, so I'm happy to present this week the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour is sponsored by Food Max. I love Food Max, one of my favorite grocery stores. But here's the special thing: they actually really went out of their way. They sent me like a free swag bag of stuff. Check this out. It's heavy. I don't even. Whoa, man! I'm getting my ring stuck in there. Check this out. This is actually real live swag. Branded by Food Max. This is great. And so I haven't even looked at it yet. I want to show you guys whatever it is. It's going to be a surprise for all of us. So let's go. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So the first thing, oh man, I love a big bag of corn nuts. I love that. That's delicious. It's not really that popular in the hood because you can't eat it when you have a grill. But I'm a fan anyway. I love it. It's great. Let's see what else they got in here for us. Looks like some more food stuff. Oh man, this bag is too heavy for me. Okay, some more food. Okay, I guess this is a zucchini or maybe it's like a cucumber. I'm not sure. I don't eat a lot of vegetables, but yeah, actually, I like my vegetables to be a little bit more flaccid, maybe like bok choy or something like that. What else is in here? Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. I guess Food Max carries all kind of products, so I guess they also included some Vaseline right after the phallic vegetable. So that's pretty cool. I'll figure out some kind of exotic way to air fry that stuff. Here, what else do we have? Coffee. I love coffee. Coffee's my favorite. That's gonna be great. I can't wait to do that. What's the next one? Okay, whipped cream. Oh, that's gonna work out for me. And it looks like there's only one thing left in here. I don't know. I guess this is some kind of thermos. It looks like maybe it could be a thermos. Oh wow! It's like you can't. If you guys on my screen, it looks like it's some kind of magical device. It kind of is if you think about it. I think it's a thermos for the coffee and the whipped cream. Or maybe it's some kind of candle holder. I don't know how you use this, but I'm happy they sent it to me. Oh man, something just fell out of the bag. Oh, okay. And the last thing they sent me was a pregnancy test. I could probably give that to Ezra. Ezra probably wants that for sure. And I'll send out some other bits to the rest of the team. And yeah, that's the sponsors for this week. I'll be back next week with some brand new sponsors for you guys.
I'm jealous, Eric. I'm jealous.
Give it up for Eric. Sponsors, you guys. Give it up for Eric for every week. Wow, Food Max. Yeah. So now we're getting not just cash donations, but now we're getting actual products. I love to see it.
Oh yeah,
love to see that, Eric. So thank you
I'm hustling, baby.
Hustling, man. Every week, getting out there, getting us some sponsors. I appreciate it. All right, so let us move on to our next. We actually have a tag team tonight of interviews. We have some tag team. I don't know if that's the way what you call it, but yeah. So let's see if I can figure out how to do the spotlight for Melanie.
Hey.
Yay, Melanie. Add spotlight. All right, guys, give it up for the tag team duo of Mel and Cynthia. You guys, for coming on the show.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having us.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Cynthia, I I know you're not on Facebook very much, but okay, you're making that face which says
I told them they should weren't on it very much, so.
I wouldn't be on
Yes.
Facebook as well if it weren't for just the fact that I could do technology on it. It's become like the LinkedIn for comedians. That's unfortunately how it is. But welcome to the show, you guys. And I wanted to, well, Cynthia, since it's your first time, maybe you want to say hi to the fans and introduce yourself a little bit.
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name's Cynthia Annette. I am delighted to be here. Happy to join Mel Michelle for this great show. And yeah, I'm excited to talk to you about Funny Ladies Power Hour. I'm based in Oakland, California. And by day, I work for a nonprofit organization that aims to advance diversity and inclusion in the tech industry.
Excellent. Excellent. Well,
Hey.
welcome. That's
Ooh.
excellent.
Thanks.
And Mel, you've been on the show before, but why don't you take a moment to introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, I go by Mel Michelle, or my name Melanie Calabrese. I'm getting used to using my stage name there. I'm in Santa Clara, and yeah, I'm a teacher full time during the day, and I have a lot of fun with comedy in the evening and off hours.
Excellent. Well, now you guys, I don't know much about your production company, but I think the main thing for tonight is I want you guys to tell us and the people that are watching all about the Funny Ladies Power Hour, and we'll also bring up the website. But why don't you just tell us a little bit about why you started this, what's the mission, and what kind of shows you have been doing and are doing going forward.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start and then I'll have Cynthia chime in. So I've been doing stand-up comedy about 4 years, and I really felt like there's a need, and I feel like Cynthia felt the same way, to spotlight women in comedy, or people who identify as women or non-binary. A lot of the shows are, we wanted to get more diversity in comedy and women. And I love, I think the best thing is like, when you do a production company, I don't really know if that's what we call it, but a network, it's always good to have somebody else join you, because you're not an island. And so I had asked Cynthia, I know her background in working with different cultures and trying to get diversity. She was the perfect person to ask. And I said, hey, do you want to help me out with this? And I wanted to do an open mic. And then she said, why don't we do this? Why don't we do a website and we'll do a showcase? So we have showcases every Wednesday for women.
Awesome.
And maybe Cynthia can chime in here.
You want me to, should I bring up the website at the same time so you can walk us through it as well?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. And Cynthia is fantastic with the website. She did great. I don't get any credit for doing the website because she's just a master at this.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Go ahead,
Thank you
Cynthia.
so much. Yeah, so we're on every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. We typically have one show a month that is dedicated to an open mic, and then the other shows are showcases. Melanie finds our talent for us, and we feature women and non-binary folk in comedy. Now, our audience is gender inclusive, so everybody is welcome to our audience. But in terms of the performers, they are women in comedy. So we update our website every week with our tickets. So you just go to grab a ticket and you'll get on the landing page where you can find a ticket. And then, we encourage you to join us. It's a lot of fun. And we really wanted to create an opportunity. Just scroll on down and you'll see grab a ticket. But we wanted to really just provide an opportunity for people to stay safe at home and also to connect with other folks. So it's a lot of, we start off with some great music, and Mel and I will share a little bit. We check and see who's in the audience, and it's really good to be able to have that type of participation. We hear from 4 comics. Typically, we will do a spotlight on one comic that has inspired us, which is a lot of fun, and we get to learn a lot of history. And then we typically stay on for about 15, 20, sometimes 30 minutes after, just to hang out with folks who want to talk. So it's a lot of fun, and has definitely given me something to do as we are staying safe at home.
Excellent. Yeah, this is this looks very well put together, very professional. I could see someone had I guess that's you, Cynthia, has the tech expertise to put this together.
Exactly. Thank you, Tommy.
I do what I can.
This is wonderful. The one thing is our shows are free. We wanted to make the shows free for anybody to join, and because we know finances are difficult for people. It's a safe place to tune
I see.
in.
So if I click grab a ticket, I see. Okay, you register. You don't have to pay,
Nice.
but you could obviously donate, right?
Yeah, there's an
Yes.
opportunity to donate. If you just go to support our work, you'll be able to see where you can donate. We have a GoFundMe page, but we really wanted to create an experience for folks so that they didn't have to, feel like they needed to donate all the time. So we just did a GoFundMe, and it's totally fine if you're not in the position to support and you just want to show up and laugh and have fun with people. So it's been great. And then also, I just want to point out, if you click on past performers, you will be able to see other folks who have been on the show. So oftentimes you might hear, oh, well, there are no women comedians that I can book. Go to our website, you'll find some folks.
Well, I'll be honest with you, here at the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour, we are, I don't know if you figured this out yet, but we are heavily male centric. We're the other way around.
Oh, wow, yeah.
All of our team here is dudes. So I'm challenged actually all the time with trying to get female comedians on here because we want to have some balance.
Yeah.
And so, I think Ed, I just figured out where we're gonna get our numbers from. I'll just go to this page.
Yeah,
exactly.
Whoever we haven't had on yet, we invite and say.
Yeah, there's a bunch on there we have too. That's awesome.
Exactly.
And that was Cynthia and I's whole goal with this, is because in looking at women comedians, we started this the last week in November, and we've raised over $1,000 for our GoFundMe. So we're able to give a donation to the comedians and a gift to the comedians that perform. So we're keeping women performers, we're keeping them, and then we put their information out here so that hopefully we can get people who want to hire them, or, for birthday parties or, graduations. And, it's amazing. There's so much talent out there. So I never have a problem. We're almost fully booked for February.
Excellent.
Cynthia, I just started doing, we're fully booked.
That's great. One of the things that we really try to do to underscore Mel's point is encourage people to book the comedian. So when we're on the show and Mel and I are going back and forth, we're constantly trying to encourage people to book the comedian's anniversary party, birthday parties, baby showers, whatever entertainment need they may have.
Excellent. I appreciate that. Well, this is excellent. Like I said, this is probably how we can start to find. We've had some of these people on, but now I can, I haven't had, for example, Erica or Jeanette yet, but I know who they are. And if I was afraid, my fear is if I write to someone like this out of nowhere, out of the blue, they'd be like, I don't know who you are. Why would I want to be on your show?
What you can do is say you saw Erica. She was great. You saw her on our Funny Ladies Power Hour website.
You've provided a solution to our problems, so I appreciate it. And I agree wholeheartedly with you. We need more women in comedy and venues for women as well. And so I appreciate that. And so what we'll do for you guys is we're gonna put this website, we're gonna put this on our page and promote it for you.
Awesome.
And hopefully
Thank you so
people.
much.
And I personally, you said it's Wednesdays at 8, right?
At 8 Pacific.
It's perfect. So actually that's perfect because I have free time that time. So I'll check it out myself personally, and hopefully the rest of the team will. And
I checked out the first, I think it was your first show, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I went to I watched their first show. It's really good.
We will check it out, and we'll be fans for you guys for sure. And well, thanks, guys. Give it up for Mel and Cynthia for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
We need men to support women, so we love seeing Ed in the audience. It was wonderful. You don't see that very often, so thank you, Ed.
Yay,
All right.
Loved it.
All right, so let's see here. Now we're gonna. I just see Niko popped in here. Let's put up. So guys, he's back.
Hey,
Give it up for Niko Lukoff. He's back, you guys. He's after his whirlwind tour around the Zoom universe.
dude.
He's arrived here at our show.
Thanks for having me, man. Dude, so I know we talk about Zoom a lot, and I'm gonna touch on that. And Mel and Cynthia, it's awesome the shows you're doing. Erica's done I've seen Erica do a bunch of Zoom. She like hosts a lot of flapper shows and stuff. A bunch of those comedians, seen almost all of them, and they're all fantastic. And that's awesome what you guys are doing. Love it. That's one thing I actually like about Zoom comedy and all this stuff is there is a lot of diversity, whether it's gender or whatever it happens to be. I do have a list of a bunch of Zoom mics, which is really fun that we could poke at. I typically like highlight a specific one, and this week I'm just gonna say like, look, just pick a time, pick a day, bam, sign up for something, have fun. People ask me all the time, like, hey, what's the best one to go to? Well, the ones that I will talk about mostly are the ones that I go to, so the ones that work for my schedule, and there's a bunch all the other times. But something that I wanted to point out too. So, you got the days of the week, you got times in Pacific, how to sign up, a lot of information, set links, a lot of stuff on here, about 180 mics listed here right now. Well, last night, I did this thing for the first time, and that sounds really strange. I did VR comedy in a headset, immersed in VR land, and it was insane.
Really?
Yeah. So this I haven't put on a list yet because I don't really know. I'll figure out a good layout for maybe a different tab. Because there's just not a lot of them that I'm aware of yet. So it's kind of hard because people see them there and think this is for Zoom and like it'll be confusing. But Failed to Render Comedy, I know I mentioned them a couple of months ago when we were doing a competition in conjunction on Displaced with them to get somebody a headset. But I finally got a headset during the holiday times, and the whole family enjoys using them. But I sneak out in the garage and been using it and for comedy. And last night I finally signed in at the right time. Yes, that is an Oculus Quest 2 deal, and there's my handsets here, and I stood in here looking like a doofus. It didn't matter how my hair was or anything like that, and I was like, oh man, this is so cool. And you guys might know Paul Conyers, Clay Newman, how incredible comedians, them and a bunch of other people that I hadn't seen before were there. A lot of us were there for the first time. So they built a comedy club in VR, so you're just immersed. You don't see everyone looking the exact same. You're an avatar like animated thing, but you try to pick something that you look like, and mine got kind of dialed in for that. And the movements you could use to see, dude, on Zoom, we're like confined to this space that I'm screaming into my thing, and it's fantastic. I love it. But like I got to do my bits where I talk about volleyball and like throw my arms up in the air and do this, and people do it. Yes, VR is virtual reality. I apologize, I did not specify that.
Okay, I figured. Okay.
It was crazy. I did like 7-ish minutes, and it was the closest I've gotten to doing live comedy in that sense in forever. I've done like 600 sets in Zoom, but I finally got to go in and do stuff that I developed in Zoom, and it worked pretty well. I wouldn't say like I don't know what to say I would crush whatever, but like it worked. It stuff landed. I got to see emojis go up and people make sounds. A big difference in there in Zoom also is the volume. We know on Zoom, everyone's the same volume unless they change their settings on their stuff, and no one does that, even though people say tell audience so you in your stuff. So basically, in there actually is like a loudspeaker kind of button. There's a different mic button type thing they do. Basically, you walk on the stage, they click a setting for you, and then you're louder than everybody.
Okay.
So you don't have to, you don't have to, someone opens a bag of chips on Zoom at your punchline. You're not like, wait, did my punch work? Was it a Zoom? Was it a delay? Does my joke suck? Like, I don't know. Like you could just do your stuff. And then afterwards you're just hanging out with each other too. So I had to like bounce back. I sat right back down in my chair to log in to do the Flappers Zoom mic Thursday night. Cause I host there. And I will wrap up here pretty quick, but yeah. So equipment wise, there's different equipment you can get. It's in what's called alt space, and I'll put it in our group thing so you can see it. But this set here, between $300 to $400. I know it's not free. Times are hard.
Yeah.
It's just I was in a position to be able to do it, and my kids and stuff play with the VR stuff too, and so is my wife. There's different fun things to do outside of comedy, but there's several other ones that go on during the week, and I'm very excited to see what happens with this. It's incredible.
Send us a clip, send us information. We'll put it on the site. I mean, that sounds really exciting. I mean,
yeah,
because
I will.
We just don't know when clubs are going to open up again, and this is a good, might be a good proxy for the.
It is one of the guys who does it actually put on club shows at like Laugh House, I think, a bunch of like real comedy clubs. He mentioned like the guy like runs those shows and they run it like a show like that. So it's legit. I'll post about it.
All right.
Can I ask a quick question, Niko? When you do like a virtual show like that, are they able to like record the show and get clips and stuff?
Yes. So they recorded the whole thing. They shared it with me on a Google Drive. I think I'm okay to like, I just haven't cut my clip out yet. I shared a clip on my personal Facebook of another comedian on there. But yeah, you can take pictures, selfies and stuff in the thing where it's like your avatar.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how to get them off there. I'm sure it's some Bluetooth. It's stuff I got to figure out. I just haven't learned about yet, but I will.
All right. Send us the information. We want to share that. So guys, give it up for Niko for always bringing us good information from Zoom, from virtual comedy and whatnot. So all right, you guys. So we're getting towards the end of the hour here, but we have the one last item of business, which is our quiz show. So let me explain what it is here we do at the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour, the quiz show. So long story short, I used to live in Japan. And when I lived there, one thing that impressed me about the Japanese people is they are hilarious. Little known fact, their commercials are hilarious and genius and stuff, edgy and stuff that we would never do here in the States. And for a long time, I've been trying to figure out how to bring Japanese comedy and content into my comedy. And with this Zoom, I'm able to do that. The quiz show that we do, I play commercials from Japan. I stop them halfway or part of the way, and I try to get our guest comics to guess what the commercial is about. And of course, guests go first. So Cynthia, Mel, and Avi and Ezra, you guys are going to get first crack at trying to figure out what's going on. And if someone guesses it, I'll just ring the bell here. Woo, you got it. Okay. But anyway, we've got some interesting quiz items to show tonight.
I've been looking forward to this. You have no idea.
Oh no!
All
Did you
right.
practice?
Yeah,
I hope
maybe
not.
it's-
I didn't practice. I just know our commercials suck.
I've heard people have said that this they really look forward to this part of the show. So here we go, you guys. We got some
Okay.
great commercials going on tonight.
Oh,
Let us
fun.
start with our first commercial of the evening. If I can figure out how to. All right.
It's a gym.
So,
It's a gym membership.
all right. Not yet. Not yet. Don't jump the gun. Here we go. All right.
ショップジャパン
汗をかいたらその場でシャワーそうじゃなくてそこは窓
All right. So something's happening here. He's showering and schwitzing, as we like to say in Yiddish. Schwitzing himself.
Some
know.
type of body cleansing,
Body cleansing, getting very close. Can you be more
like wipes that you can use without an actual sink.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
Wow! Yay! Way to go,
Ladies and gentlemen, This has
Cynthia.
never happened on the Tommy.
Zeroed in on that. Yeah.
What?
We've never had that strong of a competitor.
Is
Right
she
out of the
Japanese?
gate. Yes, Cynthia, you are correct. Men do use wipes in Japan and to make themselves cleaner. Let's find out how he uses the product.
シートそうじゃなくて窓シート
ずっと拭いてたい。
It comes
Looks
in
like
premium
coffee.
and regular, looks like.
So I have a question for you. Is that a replacement or just a touch-up?
What? A replacement or a touch-up?
Replacement for a shower or just something to freshen up?
Well,
ずっと拭いてたい。
I guess it depends on the guy
I mean, okay,
and
so
situation.
first of all, I mean, I personally would never use that for this application.
Looks like coffee bag.
Dude wipes, right? We have dude wipes in America, but that's for something else, right?
If I lived like in an SRO, I'd use that all day. That'd be my thing.
What?
I call it a
SRO?
strip. That's a stripper shower right there.
Pits and bits.
I mean,
There's the pits and bits there.
I will say this about Japanese people in general. They're much more into hygiene than I think we are, as far as it's every day they take a bath in the evening. It's a ritual, and like staying hygienic is extremely an important virtue of the Japanese culture. So this is probably just you've been a long day and you want to freshen up, like that. I guess that's how they would use it.
Why is there so much English on the packaging?
Good question.
Because in Japan, English is considered cool. I mean, if you put English on a package, it's now got an international appeal. So it's a premium. You can charge more. It's just a marketing technique. I know the reverse wouldn't work in America. I mean, if I put like Japanese characters on a box of tissues, I don't think it would. I mean, people
Haven't you seen all the tattoos that people
Yeah, I
got?
was gonna say tattoos though.
Yeah. That's true.
So
They're gonna be bummed out when they find out English is actually stupid.
all right. So great job, Cynthia. That was excellent. Let's see if let's find the next commercial.
I like how you're trying to be super polite about how like they're way cleaner than us. Like we're dirty.
Yeah,
we are.
I am super polite because it is true. I mean, my wife is Japanese, and let's just say she's the more hygienic of the two of us. So yeah, that's for sure. All right, let's go next commercial and.
買ってさ、ほとんどの時間休んでんだよ。
飛んでないんですか？
休んでるんだよ、壁や天井で。緊張の蚊がいなくなるスピ。
Wow. I think he's used the wipes already. That's definitely.
So what do we think here, Avi? We didn't hear from you in the last round. What say you?
Mosquito spray.
What'd you say?
Mosquito spray.
Oh my God!
Wow!
You guys.
There was that quick flash of mosquito there. Yeah.
You guys are.
Oh, mosquitoes.
Literal ringers. Literal.
Got married at Tokyo.
How did you figure that out? I mean, we don't have anything like that much in America. I mean, we have anti-mosquito for your skin, but let me play the commercial, and now Avi, you can tell us.
I can't believe they got that guy's head on top of my body, though.
I know, Ed. What's up with that?
I know, right?
Oh, wow, you're talented, Ed. Look at that.
広がった効き目が壁や天井にくっつくだろ。で、蚊が止まってコロリ。
All that time you spend in the backyard, Ed, you got to have that mosquito spray.
Avi, you just saw the mosquito and you figured mosquito spray?
Yeah, I mean the abs on that mosquito were just amazing.
You want to wipe him down.
But this is, I mean, you don't have this. I don't think we have this kind of thing in America. We have, I mean, but indoor mosquito spray. I don't think we.
Oh, it's specifically.
So you spray the walls and that makes.
Yeah, it's like you push the button and then it sprays the entire room. And it's what they're saying is that mosquitoes, they spend most of their time on the walls of your apartment and resting. So you got to get them while they're like hanging out on the walls. And I know we've had anti-mosquito products before. I think Niko would remember the coils.
Yeah.
But, I personally have never seen a mosquito spray for sale in an American store. But anyway, this is what it looks like. I'll just show you the. So this is it right here. It's it's saying basically last 24 hours it kills mosquitoes. And the thing is, it's one push. You push it once, and it gets the entire room and kills all.
Dangerous.
So okay.
Yes.
This has never happened, ladies and gentlemen. 2 in a row like this.
Great on sushi too.
You could use it on sushi.
It's weird that he's in a gym. I would have figured it was like steroids for mosquitoes.
It looks like silly string.
Yeah,
it's sell more if it had if it had English on it, they go for more.
I like that it has a picture of a cock on it.
Well, maybe that's that birth control Ezra was talking about. There's a new invention.
They need that here so bad.
I leave you guys alone for 10 seconds. This is where your minds go.
Comedians watching weird stuff.
Exactly.
We get to see a fantasy.
Next commercial, please. Here we go.
He's like, please.
All right, here we go.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's adorable, I must say.
Yeah, sometimes I just put commercials up here that are cute, and this is one of them. And this is just cute, but there is a product he's trying to advertise. But let's see, Mel, what do you think?
What do I think? I mean, I would say a headache for your cat. Maybe if your cat has a headache. The cats usually don't like to go in the bathtub. Maybe a headache for people?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nope. Nope, not at all.
I knew it. It was just too easy, right?
Yeah. So Cynthia, what about you?
The only thing that comes to mind is some type of aromatherapy.
Oh.
Yeah. I can see that. It is not. I know it's deceiving. It's not a bath product. It's This is going to be a tough one. You're going to base it's pretty random. So, Avi, what do you think?
I think this is a therapy session for cats to not be afraid of the bathtub.
What do they call that when you try to overcome your fears?
Behavioral modification.
Behavioral modification, right? Yeah, to get cats to finally take a bath. I've had lots of cats in my life, and some of them have been okay with water, but yeah, no, this is.
You said it's way out. You said it's like this is way off from. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess like I'm gonna throw out there like it's a software ad, like something that gives you peace of mind, like a software protector, like something like that. Since it's way out there anyway.
You know what though, Ezra? You are on the right track.
Ooh.
You are on the right track. Ezra has kind of cracked what the story open here. It is in the technology sphere.
Can we
in the bathroom? Technology in the bathroom.
Can you play it again?
My apologies, I didn't get to you on the last round, but you're up next as well for the next commercial as well. Okay, let's open it up to the TTFHH regulars. Anybody?
Can we rewatch it? Someone was asking that.
Can you play it one more time?
It's been like 40 seconds. We forgot.
Yeah, we're
watch that cat again.
Speaking truth. Okay, here we go. One more time.
That cat is like asking for. Is it like a electronics repair store kind of thing?
What electric? What?
Some kind of like tech support repair, computer repair thing.
No, it's in the technology sphere, but it's not and it is a service, but not that kind of service, not tech support.
Is it like some sort of like calming type of app or something like that, like a meditation app or something like that?
No, but when you say app, you're getting warmer.
Is it like security, some type of security system with an app?
No, but it is. It's not an app, but you're getting warmer when you're talking about that type of technology.
Maybe it's an alarm to remember to take a bath.
No. You want me to just play it to the end and then see if you guys?
Sure.
Is it a product for animals?
It is not a product for animals.
I got one guess. Like, is it some kind of like antivirus software? Because they show like, oh, you're not paying attention to your house. Like they show the outside of the house real quick. Like someone could be sneaking in.
No, it's not related to that. By the way, we do have a comment. Eric Hunter Jones writes, my hotel room's under a black light, whatever that means. Okay. Oh, maybe he was referring to the mosquito spray. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's play. Let's see if you guys can figure it out. It's not really going to be easy, this one. Okay, I'm just showing some numbers here, but still no hints, right? It's all in Japanese, but there is a price here. 5,200 yen.
Is it like some banking software?
I'll give you a hint.
Like see your finances.
Bank on it.
This is 5,200 yen. That's $50, and this is per month. So what do we pay $50 a month for?
Oh, is it
subscription?
Yeah, subscription to what?
Not porn, right? I mean,
internet service.
Hey, bath salts for
I
cats.
don't know. Like when you said that, it's like not you were
a VPN.
It's like a gold membership to cat cafes. $50.
You know what? That would be great. I love watching cat videos.
Let me play a little bit more.
A VPN.
SoftBank is like an investment.
Oh man,
venture capital.
It's for Yahoo Mobile, you guys. It's magic in your hands. It's a package of mobile phone and home fiber to the home.
Oh man,
$50,
that's pretty good for that.
Remarkably cheap.
I mean, it
what
totally makes sense now.
What is the cat saying though?
Yeah.
What is the cat saying? Is it like?
Oh,
why does the cat have a headache?
You know what? Let me just hold on a second.
It's Yahoo. No wonder why we never heard of it anymore.
Yeah.
He's saying basically, if I had a house of my own, I'd install fiber to the home. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Wow.
That was
Feel
true.
you, cat.
He's probably a famous cat influencer. He's like, dude, I need better service.
You know what? I think this is the ad Yahoo should have run in America because it's still pretty popular in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yahoo's a pretty big
Oh,
company. Yeah,
really?
clearly it's very successful.
Yeah, we've seen it in other ones.
All right, got one last ad. This is not so much funny as just kind of unique. So let's see here if I can. All right.
Oh
Good
man,
for Pocky sticks?
Balls are bomb. Oh,
Ezra,
yeah.
you're first. Ezra,
Pantry.
you're going to be first to guess because I shifted you in the first.
Now I want Pocky.
yeah.
I think I have
I
some.
know. Yeah.
Those
I'm
are so
impressed.
good. Oh my god.
You guys know Pocky, huh? Where Ezra knows
Yeah.
Pocky.
Yum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yum.
I go to the Filipino store here. Like I am Filipino. Like some of this stuff, like I consume regularly.
Excellent.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
Daiso,
Here we go.
and long.
I like watching everyone's faces.
Cologne?
watching these.
Cool commercial though, right? The way they look and everything with the hair.
Yeah.
I thought this was very interesting.
Something my wife and I will watch later.
Softo porno.
Is cologne?
What'd you say? Cologne?
Cologne or perfume?
Close but no cigar. It is. You're in the right territory, but it is not cologne. It's not cologne per se, but it is in the right category. Or so. Let's see. Mel, Cynthia, do you guys have a guess? It's not cologne.
Deodorant?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Go, Cynthia.
It is deodorant.
I think she's been to Japan before. I don't know.
Watashi wa no hongo ga wakarimasen.
You said wakarimasu or wakarimasu?
No, wakarimasen.
Oh, wakarimasen. Okay, that's for you guys. That means she doesn't understand Japanese.
Oh.
But she knows how to say I don't understand Japanese in Japanese, which is.
I'm glad that was Japanese because I was like, what?
I know. I thought I missed something. I thought that was another quiz.
Let's play the rest of this just real quick because it's kind of.
だよ。俺は臭くねえぞ。干され成人は汗の匂いなんてしねえんだ。おいおいおいおい。俺は臭くねえぞ。
男の汗の匂いにギャツビーデオドラントスプレー。なんだ
Gatsby.
Yeah.
Gatsby.
Yeah, he was maintaining that. He's like, I'm a demon and I don't smell because our sweat doesn't smell, like, and she's like, I don't know about that. So that's
a demon shaming.
That's demon shaming.
Yeah.
All demons matter,
There you go. Well, I guess this is the end of the show, you guys. I hope you had a good time. Let's give it up for ourselves for having a great happy hour. I feel happier, I hope.
Yes.
And I appreciate everyone coming on the show. Now, special announcements. Speaking of announcements, next week the show will be back, but Ed Ruben will be guest hosting next week.
Yay! Great, Ed! Yay!
Yes, I will be traveling around the world. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. I just Zoom call conflict. I'll be right here, but I will not actually be on the show. So Ed's guest hosting next week, you guys. And that's it. That's going to be Friday the 29th at 5 p.m. Pacific. Just come on back in and catch that show. And guys, have a great weekend. Good to see you all. And thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. Thank you, Tommy.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Go to some Zoom mics.
Good night, everyone. Cheers.
Let me borrow your Oculus, Niko.
All right, here you go.
Wipe it down first.
Give one of those wipes, yeah.
All right, I'm ending it, you guys. Here we
Take
go.
care, everybody. Have a good weekend.